Good day, Junior Techies. I'm Mrs. Brimacombe. We are going to focus in this video by looking at what is it that you actually need to study for paper 1 and for paper 2. I'm also going to give you some exam tips and some skills. If we look at the format of the year-end examination, it consists out of Discipline 1 and Discipline 2. Now, Discipline 1 is paper 1. Discipline 2 is paper 2. So Discipline 1, which is paper 1, focus on financial reporting and evaluation. Discipline 2, managerial accounting, internal auditing and control. Both papers is 150 marks each and 120 minutes each. So in other words, you've got 2 hours to complete it. The questions can vary from 3 to 5 questions, and all questions are compulsory. You will be provided with a question paper as well as an answer booklet. If we're looking at the content for paper 1, this is from the examination guideline. So this is basically what you need to know with regards to paper 1 and for paper 2. Now you would notice that there are items that are highlighted, which means that these are the things that will appear in both papers. Familiarize yourself with this. You don't want to go into an exam and not prepared because you studied the wrong things. If we're looking at financial indicators, what is new to grade 12 is now you are provided with a formula sheet. But that formula sheet does not tell you what is the name of the financial indicator. So it is very important that you make sure that you study your financial indicators. Know how to comment. Now again, we would have financial indicators applicable to paper 1 and to paper 2. For paper 1, you basically need to study all the financial indicators. Make sure that you know them. For paper 2, you only need to study some of them, and these are the ones expected to know in paper 2. If you look at the topics expected in paper 1, it's everything related to companies. In other words, you've studied companies theory, ledger account, financial statements. Your financial statements consist out of statement of comprehensive income, statement of financial position, cash flow statement, companies analysis and interpretation, companies audit reports and corporate governance. So everything that you've learned with regards to companies, you need to prepare that for paper 1. Then also your fixed assets and inventories. And do not forget about ethics. If we're looking at topics in paper 2, it's your reconciliation. Your reconciliation consists out of your bank reconciliation, creditors reconciliation, and debtors reconciliation. What is new to grade 12 learners is the age analysis as well. So don't forget about the age analysis. Do not forget that your creditors reconciliation can be asked in different ways. Your creditors reconciliation can either be asked where we have to reconcile with we've received a statement from our supplier and we need to compare that to the creditors ledger. Then we also got a different type of recon where the creditors control account must be equal to the creditors list. You need to make sure that you study that, manufacturing, and everything you've learned with regards to manufacturing. Manufacturing concepts or theory. We're talking about in grade 12 specifically, the focus is on the production cost statement and notes, and an abridged, a short form of statement of comprehensive income. When we're talking about budgets, you need to make sure that you understand cash budgets and the projected income statement. When we're talking about cash budgets, it is my expected receipt and payments. But when we're talking about projected income statement, this is relating to all my income and all my expenses. Then inventories, periodic and perpetual, and the different ways in which you evaluate your stock. And then fixed assets. Remember that fixed assets, inventories, paper 1 and paper 2 will go into more detail later on. Ethics and internal control is important in paper 2. You would find in paper 2, you would also get a lot more, or you will get problem solving type of questions. If we look at the topics in paper 1 and paper 2, and we've mentioned this now before, just to elaborate a little bit more, you've got fixed assets and inventories. Now, if you think about fixed assets in paper 1 can form part of your income statement, where you need to calculate the depreciation, calculate if you made a profit or a loss on disposal of asset. These are just examples that I'm now mentioning. In your balance sheet, in your statement of financial position, it can be asked the tangible asset note is note number 3, fixed assets. If you think about your cash flow statement, calculating the inflow from investing activity, which is disposal of asset, which will always be at school level, at book value, and then also outflow of cash, where we need to look at the purchase. Was there any additional assets purchased? This forms part of your investing activity. Then if you think about cash flow, you need to eliminate non-cash items, depreciation. If we look at paper 2, and you will see later on in my videos, paper 2 2021 is an example of where fixed assets is asked as a standalone question. Incorporated into that was GARP principles that you need to use. Keep in mind as well, if you think about fixed assets as well, it's basically in all your topics. In manufacturing, in cost accounting, it could be asked to calculate the depreciation. Looking at inventories now. In paper 1, you could be asked, for example, to calculate the value of your closing stock using either FIFO or weighted average or specific identification. In paper 2, it is asked as the standalone topic. And they can ask either or even all of it. In paper 2, inventories can also be integrated in cost accounting, so be aware of that. For example, if you think about your direct material cost, calculating the value of your closing stock, they can either use one of these weighted average, FIFO. So keep that in mind, how it can also be integrated into different topics. If we look now at study skills, 10 tips. Find the best study method for you. Now, what I want to add with this, in accounting, it is so important that you stay fit. It's like practicing for a race. So every single day you need to do a little bit. Practice from past exam papers. Do not a day or 2 days before an exam decide, okay, now I'm going to focus only on accounting and I'm going to study. It's going to be too much. It's going to be overwhelming. Make sure that you stay fit for this race, for your final paper, and that you study every single day. Study from a question from a past exam paper. And keep within that time. If the question says you've got 10 minutes to complete it, make sure that you time yourself and that you do it in that 10 minutes. Mark it afterwards and then focus on the things where it went wrong. Eat well. Exercise regularly. Stay positive. Do not get discouraged. even if you're practicing for past exam papers and you come across difficult adjustments, for example, don't get negative and feel, I cannot do this. Ask a friend, ask your teacher. Get enough sleep, take breaks, set goals, find the best study time for you. Exams can be good, sleep on it. Exam tips for on the day. Time allocated for reading. You've got 10 minutes before you need to start your exam paper. So go through the answer book. Remember, I said you get an answer book and a question paper. Avoid the question paper. Focus on the answer book and see what is expected of you. The questions also appears on the answer booklet. So when you start, first thing you do is write in your formats while it's still fresh. Remember, for example, if you're doing an income statement, fill in your format, start with the figures from the pre-adjustment trial balance, and then do the adjustments. Start with the easy question. You do get an answer book, as mentioned before. So you should know by now what is your strength and what is your weaknesses. Focus on the things that you do well and do it first. You don't want to end up getting stuck with a question and wasting time because you've done one of the difficult questions first, for example, and then you end up not finishing where you could have gotten easy marks by completing the paper. The biggest problem in accounting, which many learners are battling with, is to finish. If you get stuck, you need to learn to move on to the next problem that you can answer quickly. Because once you've done with your paper and there's still time left over, you can go back to where you got stuck and you can finish that. Adhere to the time allocated to the questions. There's a reason why it's given to you. Make sure that you stick to those times. Good luck on your exams. I wish you all the best for your preparation. Positive mind, positive vibes, positive life. Have a wonderful day.